Detroit police releasing this surveillance video showing the victim leaving the store. The suspect approaching her in the parking lot and then opening fire. He then went through her pockets, stealing her keys and driving off in her SUV.
Surrounded by the investigators that tracked and caught his wife's accused killer, John Golden says some relief in the arrest of 19-year-old Bradley Thurman.
I would never have closure because my angel is not here.
Thurman, now charged with murder, being held on an unprecedented bond, $4 million cash.
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. This video I want to show you guys is of a group called New Era Detroit, and they're going around basically being vigilantes, protecting people in the streets in response to carjacking and shooting death of a woman named Tracy Golden. Unfortunate, very, very unfortunate. When crime is so bad and, you know, you have a demonized police force, politicians attacking legal gun ownership left and right, you know, people got to take matters into their own hands, and this is what it looks like in the city of Detroit. All right, let's take a look at this.
They're here to help keep an eye on customers. They'll be hitting a number of other party stores throughout the city. This is sort of in response in light of the murder of Tracy Golden at another party store.
Loving y'all. I'm loving this. Oh yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
How you doing? Our goal is to make sure that businesses hold themselves accountable and have people out here that's looking out for the women and children and elders and the vulnerable in our community. Anybody out here that's harming our people, anybody out here that's being mischievous to our people, bro, we on your head.
You hear that? Anybody. He don't care if you're black, white, whatever, but anyone. Due to proximity, I'm pretty sure it's mostly, you know, black on black crime going on right there. But notice that not only are they standing outside looking tough, but they actually boots on the ground with the people, helping people with their gas, opening doors, you know, like gentlemen with guns. And like I said, people seem to be so uncomfortable and afraid of the police. But if they can't do their job, somebody has to do it. It takes courage to stand up like this and put your life on the line when you don't even have to, you know, but they want to see their community protected. They want to see their community safe. And I got nothing but respect, and I got to applaud them for that.
Like these corners. So we got some guys back there just coming around the corner. You can see how easy it is for somebody to sit and tucked off waiting on somebody. What y'all think? What up, though? What up, though? How y'all doing? Y'all all right? What's up? Appreciate y'all so much, man. All right now, fellas. Respect. Take it easy, man. See y'all got somebody out there. Y'all gonna keep it like that? Okay. I ain't got nobody out there, man, watching them women go to the car, bro. Huh? Y'all gonna work on it? We are working on it. Okay. We want to make sure that we start to set the standard when we talking about safety in our communities, and particularly when we talk about women coming to these liquor stores and gas stations at night. So we need to be the example. It starts with us.
Detroit police releasing this surveillance video showing the victim leaving the store. The suspect approaching her in the parking lot and then opening fire. He then went through her pockets, stealing her keys and driving off in her SUV.
Surrounded by the investigators that tracked and caught his wife's accused killer, John Golden says some relief in the arrest of 19-year-old Bradley Thurman.
I would never have closure because my angel is not here.
Thurman, now charged with murder, being held on an unprecedented bond, $4 million cash.
When you see someone like her, she represents all of us. Innocence. Just stopping at a store in our neighborhoods.
Detectives said Tuesday Thurman's motive robbery, picking Tracy at random December 28th at the store off Grand River near Outer Drive, just minutes from her house. Police found her SUV dumped a day later across town off 7 Mile near I-75 at this Family Dollar store.
Now, quickly, I understand that they want to hold business owners accountable and making sure that they have security. But, you know, I'm sure all business owners can't afford to have that security. You know, it ain't easy, especially nowadays with, inflation and this economy that we have. But who really needs to be held accountable is the criminals. The way people on the left and Democratic politicians talk about crime, speaking of everything as acts of injustice, and this is what happens when there's inequality and racism and things like that, give it an excuse for criminals to do criminal behavior. Also, the no snitching policy that you have in the hood and in places like this is not conducive to a safe neighborhood. If politicians and government officials don't want to stand and put their foot down on crime and on criminals and put them behind bars and give them the time that they deserve, and when you have a culture that not only coddles but encourages crime, i.e. rap music, then it's just one big concoction. It's just one big terrible concoction. So that's where these guys come into play, and shout out to them for doing it. I'm a legal gun owner myself. I got several guns, and the conversation around guns really bothers me sometimes, coming from people in privileged places where they don't have to deal with so much crime, because it's the elitist liberal types who say that guns need to be banned or guns need to be restricted, who don't have to deal with crime like this on a day-to-day basis, who don't have to worry about, being robbed or being shot walking home. And, on the other side of the pond, sometimes not only, 20 minutes down the road, you got high crime areas. And I'm glad to see men like this stepping up and doing what they can to help. This is a step in the right direction. I wish that this wasn't necessary, but unfortunately it is. Once again, shout out to these brothers for doing what they're doing, man. I just want to show you guys that. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe on your way out the door. Let me know what you thought about this in the comments down below. Until next time, you guys, I'm out of here. Peace.